Hi there. This is the second week I'm going to be working in my restoration art journal. I showed this last week and I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. I showed you what I did with the cover and I just want to show you the texture in it all. I have little verses. This is, like I said, Christian themed. And a little Bible, a little of this, a little of that. And it's something personal for me, but also just for fun. So if I use products the wrong way, you don't need to send me an email. No, I haven't gotten anyone like that, but you know what I mean. It's just for fun, just putting stuff in there that I want in there. So you go ahead, make one for an art journal for yourself, or, you know, take a magazine or a book and just alter it, slap some paper down and use whatever products you have and have fun along with me. Okay, so today I did show these little books last week, and these are just so much fun, and they're inexpensive, and they're that Arteza, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they're great. It's great little paper, and it's good to write concepts down, journaling cards, you know, tags, just doodling, if you have ideas, I mean, anything. I have a few of these laying around, and I use them all the time. So for this week, I wanted to get a concept. I've used, or I've thought of, you know, just certain scriptures that I want to add to it, verses, lyrics from songs that I like, and just going with it. I was asked about the 2-page spread. I haven't added my charms yet, except for this one's a little seahorse. You can see that. And, you know, this is You Make Me Brave. It's from a song, a Christian song. You'll see the background there that I like to do. I like to put scraps of paper. I like making a base. I love using different mediums, and this makes me happy. So I will probably put a little pocket on each side to finish this off, and I will be showing, you know, the finished product. Obviously, when we're done working in it, or I think I'm done working in it, I will, you know, just do a video of the whole thing together. So I'll show you what I've started to create. Now I'm using pages like, where's my beginning? I'm all over the place, so I might not start, you know, on page 1. I usually don't do that in any of my journals. I don't know why. I just don't. So I used scraps of paper, added some texture, and a thin coat of gesso over that. And a lot of you know how much I love gesso. Yep, favorite medium. And then I started with that, and then I just got scrap pieces of paper. So this is printable rice paper. I get it on Amazon, just like, I think it's a pack of 25 or 50. And you can print on it and use it like regular rice paper that you would purchase with an already printed, you know, detail on it, or design on it. If you have a laser printer, I think it's better. I do not. I have an inkjet, and you can spray it with, you know, I've heard, you know, alcohol ink or hairspray. And then you can use mediums over it. I don't have that much problem with it because I'm layering so much, so it's not a problem for me. I haven't really done printing on these in a while, so I had a lot of this laying around, so I made strips. I also used, let me see. Here, I'll show you in this one. I used like sari ribbon, pieces of fabric. Use whatever you have, just tear thin strips. These are small pages. So this is just my concept idea. It doesn't mean when I get it in the big book that it's going to look exactly the same, because it doesn't always end up that way, does it? So I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer. This is in the light shineth in darkness, and in little print. Look at my fingers. Yes, that's paint, ink. And the darkness comprehended it not. So this is a scripture from 1 John. I did print out the entire thing. I used some sari ribbon. I used the rice paper underneath. It has a great little texture to it. And, you know, around here, and what did I show you? In the last video, I did a haul for Secret Mementos. I showed you some of this fiber paste, and I'm going to be using this in the future as well. I really like how it turned out. All I did was use the plastic from an item that I received in the mail, and it was just very thin plastic, and it came right off, and it has kind of like a shiny back to it. But you can use that, and look at great texture. And you can actually spread it on the paper. There's an idea. But I was going to try it for something else and stamp on it, but I'm going to set that aside. Anyway, you can use what you have to anything to create texture. And for me, I wanted to bring light and life is the center, so I sketched a tree. I added some depth by adding darker colors and then lighter. And lots of gesso, and you can see the layers of the book page and stuff in the back, and here is the layers for the texture on the tree trunks, and just kind of made an arch. And I like the way it turned out. I'm gonna put a hole through the second page. I decided to add the second page, make a pocket at the top. I'm gonna make a tag for that, and one day I'm just gonna be making tags, you know, so I will remember this theme and make a tag for this, and I'm going to dangle it out the bottom. And let me show you what I've started as far as in the big book. So I wanted, since it started in the beginning, the verse does, so this is just deli sheets. I use them a lot in between my pages of journals. It helps me. And so this is what I started. So I started the pasting of the texture on the art outside, and basically just matte medium. If you have Mod Podge or watered down glue, whatever it is that you use, you can use it. You can grab it, and you can see that I've had some ink on it. I don't care if it's got little strips, small strips, whatever. I'm just gonna, I just glued it on there. You can even glue it down, but I just suggest you put some kind of matte medium or some kind of medium on top, especially if it's Mod Podge, or, like my matte medium here, because it'll make the next steps go even smoother, because when you create a medium on top of something like this, it allows for gelatos and colored pencils and all kinds of stuff just to blend so smoothly. Ask me how I know. Actually, I'm constantly learning, so I never think that I have arrived, and it's just something that I've learned. And I like squishing the paper either together or, paint and things are going to go over top of this. So eventually I'll be creating the same kind of arch, and all I did was take my Stabilo All, and you can use a Stabilo All, watercolor pencil, whatever you want to do, regular pencil. I like the shading in the background of this. You can see it's just like the smaller one, but this is rice paper that I had printed a digital on, and also some book page behind it. It was a larger collage pieces. Here's book cloth, and then there's some lace here as well. I will continue to create that arch on this by doing the exact thing, just putting layers and layers of stuff. Like I said, scrunched up. I'm not worried about this. I'm going to have, pencil and paints and stuff over it. I like making little things in my trees because they're never perfect and they've always got texture. I have a little bit of water over off to the side, and you'll see just how smoothly things will blend if you've used some kind of medium. I like how the actual underneath gave me natural texture for the branches. I think that's kind of cool. And I'm just going to continue to do that and add my shadows first and add the dark part first. And then I will add the color, the browns. I have some pastels here, white and brown. There's some black, and there's, I think this one's more like a khaki. But I have all kinds of colors. These are my favorite. They're the handmade ones. There's a good brown one. I'm going to keep that one out. And just continue to add stuff to it. And the idea for this is going to be, and you can smooth it out with sponges and stuff like that. I use my finger a lot of the times for that. And then I will add in this section here the darker greens and then the other greens. And then my last thing I did was took my stencil brush, and it's dry now, but I liked using this in gesso as well. Not so much though. I do have the heavy gesso, and I did use a layer of that on the smaller version, but I like this acrylic. I like this acrylic ink, and I just put some down on a deli sheet, grabbed it with my stencil, and went over on the very top at the very end, making sure I go over the branches in the trunk, because leaves do that. And just make it as bright as I can, dark as I can on the outside, and bright as I can on the inside. And then I printed off my verses that I'm using. And I will do something similar to that small one. Like I said, by the time it gets to the larger concept or the larger version of it, it may change here and there. But I like the idea. And my pocket, I'm not sure about. I may add something off to the side there, or just do something completely different. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you take a look at my community tab on my channel, because I will post a picture of the finished product of that. In the meantime, I have my little version of it. And I'll show you this when I get the charm in it and the tag sticking out. And this here will probably, I'll keep it more generalized, because I think I'm going to do something with the cover that's similar to that, but maybe not on the so personal side, and then I'm going to sell it after we're done with this journal. So keep that in mind. All right, thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day or great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.